How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. The storm is coming. This is the calm before the storm. We have some big events happening this week, but we have some big events happening the rest of the year. Like, this is really, I think, your last chance to be able to rest a little bit before we get, I think, a lot of volume, before we get a lot of news, before we get a lot of attention in crypto. So, if you don't mind, hit subscribe, turn on the bell notification underneath the video so you can see future videos just like this. This might be a bit of a shorter video. We have a couple things happening here today, a couple things happening tomorrow, but generally the market's a little bit quiet today, which, as I said, is not always the worst thing, especially with a holiday in the US coming up, especially with the end of the summer. This is expected. People go on vacation, but as you can see, Bitcoin's falling down a little bit, just down to 62,500. You can see we have had a lot of support around 60,000 before. So, we're just floating in the same range, 60 to 65,000. We've been here so much before. If you do want to trade this market, you can long it, you can short it. If, all the people in the comment sections that say that we're going down to 44,000 on Bitcoin, if you want to put your money where your mouth is, you can short the market. I would not suggest that. I think it's a bad thing to try to short, or a dangerous thing to try to short one of the best performing assets in the world. But you can do that. You can also long the market, and they're doing a big airdrop right now. You can get up to $5,000 worth of Caspa tokens. So if you want to try that out, there's a link underneath the video to Margex. There's also a deposit event or a giveaway going on WEEX where you can get Louis Vuitton or Rolex. There's also a deposit event happening over on CoinW where you can get up to $3,000 of USDT. Now, let's start here. Well, no, let's not start here. Let's start with what's going to happen in the next day, in 2 days, and 3 days. We do have a couple big earnings. First of all, we have Nvidia tomorrow. They obviously are the darling of the stock market right now, close to the largest market cap in all of the market. And I saw something interesting. If Nvidia doubles from here, they'll be bigger than Amazon, Google, and Facebook all combined. They have a very similar cash flow to something like Google, but they're worth significantly more. So it will be interesting to see. They've obviously grown an insane amount, grown insanely fast. But it will be interesting to see their earnings. We also have CrowdStrike, which had that big blow up in terms of security and bricked a bunch of computers. We also have Ulta and Lululemon on Thursday as well. So it will be interesting to see the earnings the next few days. Then we have PCE on Friday. That's what we're gearing up for this week. But over the next 3 months, so 3 days versus 3 months, 3 months is going to be crazy. We're going to have rate cuts coming in 3 weeks. Something about threes here, right? 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months. The US elections are just 71 days away. We could get a pro-crypto president in November. CZ is coming back. FTX is expected to redistribute $16 billion in cash to crypto native degens sometime in Q4. On top of that, there are rumors that China might unban crypto soon. Russia's turning pro-crypto with international crypto payments. Yeah, there's a lot going on, a lot of pro-crypto news coming out recently, which is just freaking awesome. I mean, this is going to be a very fun bull run. And just yesterday, we had news that BlackRock bought a ton of Bitcoin. I think they bought around 3,500 Bitcoin. So overall, $202 million inflow, August 26th. For all the ETFs. This is the 8th consecutive day of gains. They bought $250 million, the 23rd, a fifth of $1 billion, the 26th. And yeah, while there are some outflows, the fact is the ETFs are still largely buying up Bitcoin, like just buying insane amounts. The smallest day that we've seen in this inflow streak is 10 million. The largest is $250 million. So the fact is they continue, the bigwigs, the hedge funds continue to swallow up more and more Bitcoin at these levels. So that's the positive. Let's go to the negative. I covered this in a video last night, but I think there's something funny going on with the algorithm on this one. Mark Zuckerberg admitted that Biden and Harris pressured Facebook to censor Americans. Facebook did censor Americans, and Facebook throttled the Hunter Biden laptop story. Big win for free speech. Okay. There are a lot of people talking about this, but this is basically that Facebook was pressured to censor COVID-19 related content, whether it was, satirical or serious. Elon says this sounds like a First Amendment violation, freedom of speech. Now, of course, I think the government would say, well, there's free speech up until a point. Just like you can't yell fire in a movie theater, you can't necessarily say some things that could harm other people. That's their viewpoint. The other viewpoint would be, hey, I was just making jokes at a time where things were very difficult, and I said that it was a joke. It's obvious that it's a joke. I'm a comedian. Why is this taken down? Why can't I say what I want to say? Why is the land of the free, the home of the brave, censoring what I say? So that is frustrating, and the fact that this was covered up for years. Obviously, we knew that stuff like this was happening. Elon Musk made it very clear that was happening over on Twitter before he took it over. I think it does make people like Twitter more. It makes people like maybe other candidates more than Biden and Harris. Now, to be fair, I don't think the vice president has much input into things like this, but still, it's pretty disappointing to see. Now, I will say Twitter X has its issues too. I don't know if my wife or if my future kids could go scroll on this and I would feel comfortable. There's just wild stuff that that should be pushed down a little bit more, but the fact is people view it because it's so out of left field and stuff that you can't see other places that, yeah, people watch it. I mean, some of it is hilarious, some of it is informational, some of it is probably past the line for a lot of people that are a little bit more delicate or that you don't want to see that kind of stuff. So I don't know. It is just a wild place to be. Now, we've talked about DXY. The DXY is the dollar index. It is falling down, but as you can see, the last day or two, it's just been fluttering around 100 to 101. It would be nice to see this break down a little bit lower, which will most likely happen when we see rate cuts, but this would signal a bull run. We also have Bitcoin dominance spiking up. We're at 57.7 again, which is the highest point that's been. A lot of this is probably due to ETH's weakness. If you look here, ETH is down 5% on the day. Obviously, there are other cryptos that are down too, but ETH has just been so weak with so much flowing out of the Ethereum Grayscale ETF. Let me know your thoughts, though. Obviously, kind of a testy time in crypto. Some people bought at 72 and are 73 and are now selling or forced out of positions. There's a lot of chop. There's a lot of dullness in the market, but the fact is things are getting better behind the scenes. Let me know your thoughts, though. Thank you so much for watching. Again, if you want to get in on this Caspa airdrop, there's a link underneath the video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.